You feel like the men out here is soft, right?
Yeah.
Why you feel like
really
that?
soft out here.
Because they can't tame you.
Yeah.
I'm a little confused too. You said they can't tell you what to do, but you want somebody to tame you at the same time.
You can't. They
So
can't tame me.
why can't they tell you what to do?
Because I'm a grown woman.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Why do so many people think that women behave badly because men today are weak?
Well, then, so if you believe that your actions are based on what somebody else does, because I hear a lot of women say, you got to have somebody to handle me. Well, let me tell you something. I don't want to have to handle anybody. Why should I have to handle you? That means you are a person that lacks discipline. You do not know how to act yourself. So the thing is that if you are assessing your behavior based on what somebody is or not, then that's more of a problem on you than whoever you're trying to place the blame on.
Good job, my brother. We rocking with you.
What's going on YouTube? Is your boy Ron back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. I got a question, man. I'm really starting to get the impression that women just want men to go upside their head, because this whole "you can't tame me" and "I need a man that can handle me" it really comes off like y'all want us to go back to the cave days where men used to drag women by the head. I don't know why that always come to mind when I hear women talk like that, because it's like, this is exactly what we're talking about when we talk about that super hyper masculine aspect that women seem to. Ladies, bro, women like this, y'all seriously need to get therapy, because women who talk like that, I would not be surprised if these are the women who end up in these domestic abusive relationships, because they think like this. Don't no man want to have to handle a woman, and 9 times out of 10, if he does, it's probably going to get physical, and we already know how that turns out for men, even when men are the ones that are being physically abused. Yeah, so fellas, stay away from women who speak like this. Anyway, on to the next video.
I want you guys to know that when you have a man who knows who he is without you, that will be one of the most scariest experiences for you. Because you found your value in what you can be for him. And when he's already learned how to be all of that without you, it calls you to a higher level within yourself. Because now you don't get to hide your insecurities behind doing for him. He can do that for himself. You don't have to hide all your fears and getting his approval. He has his own approval. Dating him will be the most scariest experience for you, because it requires you to confront yourself. There's a different level of depth that comes with a man who is healed.
Sweetheart, you have to stop taking what he's saying and twisting it so it means what you believe it means. If you're unclear, just ask him. Because see, if he cares enough to share his heart with you and letting you know exactly what he needs from you, you got something special there. So instead of jumping to conclusions, instead of running it back in your mind over and over and over again, try repeating what he said back to him. Let him know what you feel like he means, and then ask him, is that what you mean? Yep, it's that simple. Here's what I heard him say. He said he loves you, and he wants more physical activity. He explained that he feels closer to you when you guys are doing that on a regular. And not just that, just the physical touch, period. You know, touching his hand for no reason at all. Coming up behind him, giving him a hug, telling him how much you love him. Getting cuddles on the couch while you're watching TV. And the other stuff. Because baby, when a man loves you like that man loves you, ain't nothing wrong with letting that man know that your lap is his sanctuary. And he wants to be transparent. He wants to be honest with you. And he isn't going to do that with just any woman. It has to be a woman that he knows is not going to throw that in his face when she gets mad at him. And she's not going to share his business with anybody else. Because when he shares his heart, it's special. It's just like you not sharing your body with just anybody. Because your body is special. And you only want to share it with the person who's worthy of it. Well, that's how he is about his heart.
Here's the thing, ladies. When you actually find a man who's ready to settle down, he usually outgrow everything in his life, and you become his best friend. So when a grown man chooses you and go out and do grown man life and come home and tell you his truth and you snap on him, you just told him, I can't handle the truth because I need to be lied to. You ain't got to clap because hoes like to listen. Hoes are trained therapists to a wounded man.
Name one thing we underestimate about men. I'll go first.
Men's feelings. You can see it all the time online. There's always some woman online talking about a man needs to make sure her feelings are reassured, how she needs to feel secured, how she needs to feel validated. Me. That's all you fucking hear. You never hear about a woman talking about how a man should feel reassured and validated and secured as well. Because, you know, he's human with human emotions. A lot of y'all are fucking selfish. You don't let that man know it's okay for him to come talk to you. It's okay for him to come vent. It's okay for him to come cry. It's okay. No, because the man is afraid to come and talk to you because he's afraid that you're going to weaponize his feelings and use it against him later. A man has to sit in the car for 15 minutes because sitting in that lonely car is more safer than going home to his wife or girlfriend. But happy wife, happy life, right? Because as long as the woman is happy, that relationship is doing just fine, no matter how that man is feeling. And that, my friend, is fucked up.
Name.
Guys, remember the video I just did not too long ago about the woman that was hating on men for getting their flowers just because they were attractive? This is exactly what I mean, bro. For today's women, and I find this so very, very strange because it just goes to show you how selfish today women really are. This is what a lot of women's idea of a happy relationship or a happy marriage or a successful marriage or relationship is, where all the happiness is about the woman and the man is just there being a miserable servant. That seems to be today's equivalent of what a successful relationship is to these women nowadays. And I find it so very, very strange because when you really think about it, what incentive does a man have to even get in that situation? Why do women think men want to be in a situation like that? Why? Just so we can have some in-house box? And hell, shit, half of y'all being greedy with that too, from what I hear from the men that I know that are married or in relationships. So y'all can't sit over here and say that y'all are doing or even being consistent with that. So it's like, what the fuck is the incentive? Yo, women gotta start treating men like human beings, bro. Like dead ass. Let's keep it moving.
Big dog, you're not Superman at all. Because the thing is, no knock to your analogy, Clark Kent is not that man's true identity. He actually is Superman in real life, and Clark Kent, who he got to pretend to be for everybody else. Big dog, you not Superman at all. Stop pretending to be more than human for these women, bro. Because that's why she denies your humanity in situations like you do train a woman like, bro, when you show up with no emotions and you like, bro, I'm good, like, I'm straight. No, I got it. She gonna get used to that. And she gonna think that in situations, even when you are under duress, even when you stressed out, that you got it. So she's gonna make a habit of not checking on you. Even if she do check on you, she's not going to investigate. I'm fine. I got it. She's not going to check your capacity because you've been guarding that from her, dog. For what? You know what I'm saying? Like, you denying your own humanity. And that's one thing I do gotta to jab men about. And like, Ace, you leaned into this. We can't keep talking about how women don't respect our emotions and make room for us if you going to show up without the emotions, G. But fellas, regardless, if you don't practice identifying your emotions, being able to articulate your emotions, knowing when it's right to express them and when it's not, bro, you're going to be bad at that forever. And it's not a woman's responsibility to let you know when you safe. That's on you.
Now, I got to agree with Trip on this. We got to hold men accountable when it comes to that. However, Trip also said this, and I found this interesting as well. Check this out.
I'm saying this as a dude in therapy. I'm saying this as a dude that, but before we clap, ladies, let's have a conversation. Because I think a lot of times when men open up about what we've gone through, go to therapy is the dismissive answer we get when most of those people who dismiss people haven't been to therapy themselves. So I'm saying this from that place. As a nigga who is doing the work, you realize who ain't. And I've, in my dating experience, since prioritizing my mental health, my spiritual health, my religious health, all of those things, I've realized that there are women in my dating experience, if the shoe don't fit, all right, because nobody in the room ever seems to wear the ugly shoes, my nigga. I realize a lot of women date emotionally unavailable men. That way they can point the finger because they're not emotionally available either, and you don't have to do the labor of finding out what's going on with you when you date a man that's worse off than you. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're used to being the one that can't be caught. You're used to being aloof. You're used to not being so when you get with a man who got more red flags than you, it's easier to point at him and say he's the problem, and you walk off and don't do no more work. And then you meet a nigga who actually is emotionally intelligent. You meet a dude that actually does communicate in real time when something is wrong. You meet a dude that actually does have boundaries, and now you look funny in the light. And I'm just saying, I don't know y'all personally. I'm only speaking from my experience. A lot of women be looking funny as fuck in the light, bruh. When you standing across from a dude that's actually healthy, who can talk to you in real time, who when you catch your attitude, never leaves this place right here. You be looking real funny in the light, bro. So when we talk about like a man that's emotionally available, like when Shorty was talking about, you don't want to leave that nigga, bruh. You high key, you don't want to do the work it take to be with a man who got more than dick. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying this to shit on you. I'm not saying this to town on you, because I done stuck with some women who had some good coochie, and that was the way I justified not staying with them, but staying where I was in my life.
Ooh. That part.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was easy for me to stay. Hey, you feel me? So it's like, bro, if you dealing with anybody, bro, ladies, fellas, gender non-conform, I don't care who in the room, when you dealing with somebody where you got to put commas in the reasons you fuck with them, I fuck with them, but I would fuck with them more if it's you. It ain't got shit to do with them. You justifying why you stand in a fucked up position, say way more about you than whoever it is that's in that position with you, bro.
Ooh, clap.
See, and this is why I enjoy Tripp's takes, and I react to his takes a lot, because he does a real good job of giving pretty balanced takes. But there lies the problem, man. Because, like he said so himself, he's in therapy himself, and what he's noticing is like, yeah, when you as a man working on yourself and working on being more expressive and emotionally mature and things of that nature. He said it himself. He said, what I've come to notice is that a lot of these women aren't really doing the work like they claim they do. They're not sugar and spice and everything nice like they claim to be. So once again, I think it's just another form of projecting and deflecting the problem on the men and just saying, oh, it's always men, it's always y'all. Yeah, but when y'all come across a man that actually works on himself or has worked on himself or is healed, like the woman in the first video after the intro, it forces women to look at self, and they just can't blame everything on men. You know what I mean? They just can't hide behind their securities and just point the finger at the man. And I think this is one of the reasons that women will not admit why they tend to shy away from good men. Because in order to deal with I'm not even talking like high value, high earning. I'm just talking about like a good, solid dude up here and in here. Women have a problem dealing with those kind of men, because in order to deal with those kind of men, they have to work on themselves. They have to look into self. They have to take accountability for their actions, because those men know their value and they're not going to go for that shit. They're not going to go for you blaming everything on them. Let's keep it moving.
Think that a woman can do that you're in a relationship with
to lighten that load at times. Like she said, be your peace.
I mean, I think mindset is important first and foremost, man. A lot of women come to the relationship with like entitlement. It's like, okay, I'm not going to reward a fish for swimming. You're not cheating, you being considerate, you communicating, you're doing all of these things, but that's what you're supposed to do, right? Failing to consider the fact that the 7 dudes before me wasn't doing none of that, which is what brought you to me, right? So again, when you have a man who's checking off all those boxes, making you feel special, prioritizing you, communicating with you, treat that man accordingly. Treat that man like he is the rare find that he is. Because if you don't think he is, just have a conversation with your friends. Ask them how they dating life going.
Oh, God. God damn.
Just let me give you a secret. When you respect us, we feel love. Listen, ladies, the best thing you can give that man today is respect. That's it. Fellas, this is what they're going to say. But what if he don't deserve it? Give it anyway. You know why? You know why? The reason why you respect him anyway is because protection is your love language. And we give it to you anyway. And when you ain't listening, we protect and provide. And when you're running off at the mouth, we still protect and provide. And when you do what you want to do, we still protect and provide. So if you get your love anyhow, give us our respect anyhow.
We've all heard the question, what are you bringing to the table, for years. So when they're asking this question to women, they are not asking for the same reasons. Men do not care what you have in your purse. They are asking, what kind of woman are you? Now that this question is being posed to women, it is exposing all of the women who really have no real character, because that's why they're upset. He just wants to know, are you agreeable? Are you peaceful? Do you like to cook? Can you keep a clean house? Do you want children? How do you feel about family? Do you involve people in your relationships? Do you go toe to toe with your men? How is your mouth when you're in an argument?
Men are starting to value peace over peace.
Oh, damn.
If this woman is not bringing you peace, send her back to the streets. A lot of women are not understanding that males and men are completely different.
Completely.
When it comes to the males, they tolerate disrespect, neglect, being
Beta.
emasculated, having to chase up behind you, beg you to act right. No man would ever. A lot of the males are the ones that a lot of us vibrate with. We attract them, because all we're used to dealing with and attracting are males and getting away with certain things. When it comes to men, we feel like all 25 of them let me get this off, so you should be the same way. And men don't go for that shit at all. They know their value. Men will upgrade you, elevate you, help you to evolve,
Teamwork,
mature,
baby.
and grow as a woman. They understand what they bring.
If she don't put you at peace, send her back to the streets. Yes, sir.
And shout out to Danica. I agree with her 100%. If it's one thing that I am starting to notice is that brothers are valuing peace over box. The amount of men that watch me that are in monk mode. You have the MGTOW movement. All these other pills like purple pill, black pill. So this is definitely true. But see, here's my thing about this, because you'll hear a lot of women say the same thing too, that have been like chronically single or single for a really long time. But I think what a man's idea of peace is different than what a woman's idea of what peace is. Because when I hear a woman say, oh, I value my peace and things of that nature, what they're talking about is like the toxicity in relationships where they might be dealing with a man that got multiple women or cheating on them, or that's what they mean when they say I got peace. They're not dealing with all that, the bad parts of the relationship. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. When men say they value peace, it's more about the unnecessary nagging, the just being real argumentative and not being agreeable, and you want to sit over here and go head to head all with me on every little thing. And I think one of the things that women forget is that as men, we have to earn our value out here. So just by default alone, we're already being challenged and got to deal with a bunch of bullshit just in order for us to look and be desirable for women. And women don't have to go through those same stress. They don't have to go through that same stress. You know what I mean? You don't have to be successful to be attractive to the opposite sex. Excuse me. That's just what it is. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way I know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because that's what the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.